I want to talk to you about something. What is a good resolution for a headset? The big screen beyond is about like 2500 pixels a line, and the big fat and super expensive Pimax lenses are up to 3800. That is definitely top notch, but 3800 to 3800 each eye is something that will lead to you will run in problems even with a 4090. So, for example, I have a television that is perfect with the resolution for the distance to my couch, because the more you get something closer to you, the bigger the pixels seem. The more you put it away from you, automatically the smaller the pixel are, and at some point they are so small you can't see them anymore. And this is the moment when you can't see the difference anymore. Then you have kind of the retina style of display. So the display is in a resolution that seems natural to your eye. Where is that? Well, with my television, I have a big 72 or so inch television, and with my distance, I need 4K to be crisp. If you're on a monitor on your computer, then the monitor is, of course, smaller, but also so way closer to your face, like, I don't know, 30, 40, maximum 50 centimeters. That means that with a, 32 or so inch monitor, then you definitely also need 4K. You need 4K then. And if you put it as close to your eye like a VR lens, nearly onto the eye, then of course you have multiplications of a higher need of density. And we are not there. We are definitely not there. You would need a headset with a 32K resolution to be like on your retina level. And this is something, I just read an article about micro OLEDs becoming so small that they are tinier than their wavelength. Usually our visible light is in a wavelength in the hundreds of nanometers. The wavelength. So the thing that emits that light being tinier than the wavelength, that is something. They did it with some fancy insulation technique, whatever, but it allows us to miniaturize further. Everything, you should just look for one thing, not for the resolution, but for the PPD. PPD is pixel per degree of vision. This is the important thing, because the resolution is something, but how far exactly is the display through the lenses from your eye? How much field of view you have? So how big is the display? How much the lens is distorting the image to get it on your vision, to tweak with the field of view and whatever. But the pixel per degree of vision is the thing that sets the resolution in a relationship with your eyes. And there is where we should look. Here, I use an index since ever. I remember my first headset was a Vive 1 that had 9.5 ppd, so 9.5 pixel per degree. My index has 11 ppd, so definitely a better resolution. I also just bought a Quest 3 a year ago for when I'm not home. The Quest 3, definitely way better resolution, 19 ppd, way better. The new upcoming Steam Frame will be having 20 ppd, so it is slightly better than the Quest 3, yeah? 20. Is 20 ppd now much? Seems to be normal now. My index is still an old thing, and current headsets seem to have double the ppd, double the density of pixels. Is that good? Well, it's not so close to our natural vision. There's definitely room. Um, let's just see a few other headsets in comparison. The Pimax 8K is a headset I got gifted a bit ago. It's up on my shelf. It has 22 to 23 ppd. It is named 8K because it has a wide angle, not so high, and the upper lane combined of both eyes would be somewhere around 8K-ish resolution if it would be on the whole thing. So it is up to 23 ppd. The new Big Screen Beyond 2 that's just coming out is 24 ppd. Then you have the Pimax Crystal Super Fancy whatever with 3,800 pixels each eye in a row that will even have 35 ppd, and 35 ppd is crazy. It is crazy. I think that the fattest displays like the Apple Vision Pro or so, I think that they are coming around 40 ppd is the maximum possible these days. And your eye? Well, it has 60. It has up to 60 ppd in your overall vision, and people with the best vision directly in the center where they focus, they can have up to 100 ppd, just for your interest. So we're getting closer. Yeah? If your headset would have a ppd of 60, I think that would be definitely enough. That is enough ppd a 4K television has in your living room. The perfect monitor, if you get your math sheets out, I think somewhere between 5 and 6K would be perfect with normal sized monitors on the usual distance. So 8K is already a tiny bit more as a monitor than you would have advantage of it. So either we get 6K monitors and stop there, or you have an 8K monitor that is huge, but it is kinda not so efficient. It would be more efficient to have a normal size monitor, but having it on 6K, or having a double monitor with kinda double 6K. That would be, in my opinion, the most high-end stuff that is biologically interesting for us humans. I hope the information was helpful, and I see you somewhere else.